Welcome to the Read, my latest Rust base design built for solos or duos looking to Snowball. Inspired by his close cousin, the Chasebox, this base is a Tribox. It features an insane shell layout with sectioned basements for respawns and clean mobility with easy retakes, letting you control every angle with ease. The third floor provides amazing early game defense to send old raiders the other way. The floor layout gives you some strong retake options into the shell, perfect for holding down your base under pressure, as well as some great Patrica peaks to beam any raiders outside. The shooting floor is solid and practical, giving you the upper hand in fights, with some great Brutalist peaks and Patrica peaks as well as some roof retakes. This floor gives you all of the control you'll need over your surrounding area. And lastly, we have the roof, a simple, clean, functional layout with all the peaks, turrets, windmills, and angles you are going to need. All of this makes up the Read. Would quickly like to say some huge thanks to Erebus for inspiring me to build a Tribox and reviewing the base, and Luca for helping me cook on the shooting floor. But with no further ado, let's get into the tour. Okay, thank you for making it this far into the video. If you like those cinematics, please feel free to drop a sub and a like. Anyways, let's get on to the tour of the Read. This is a very nice base design, great for snowballing, and it doesn't look super intimidating, so hopefully you'll get raided in it a bit more. Starting off at one of our three entrances, we have a little Patrica peak here that sees straight into your front doorway. Very nice for holding any raiders door pathing you. Then coming up through here, we have our little G door path. Very good. This will make it very expensive for any raiders to actually get into your shell. But quickly, just want to say I'm my own Discord with a nice building community, all there to help each other improve and have a good time. So if at any point in the video you have problems with the base, you can ask for help there or in the video comments. We also offer some services such as coaching, bases, thumbnails, and cinematics. So if you like what I do or you want to join the community, check out the Discord link in the description. Coming into your shell now, we have a very nice design. We have 2 turrets on each side, so 6 turrets in total in your shell, giving you some very good turret coverage. And walking around here, this is our very beautiful shell, and we can come down into here in one of our 3 section basement areas. Down in here, we have a bed and a locker and some great Patrica peaks into your door and into your other parts of your shell. These are very good and very nice. You can see the same thing coming from over there. Hopping up here, we can go into one of our 3 shell retake areas. We have some very nice ankle biters into anybody up and actually into your shell from your basements. These are very good and very nice. Running around over here, we can hop up here where we have our mobility up, and it's fully protected by a shotgun trap, so if you die, your body will slide down this ramp and be fully protected by that shotgun trap. Hopping up through here, we can go into our shell, and I'll showcase the mobility by running around quickly. So you just run around like this. It's very simple, and you can just keep running around the shell. Really very easy to use mobility. And over here we have a little bit of an unexpected angle you can use, so you can pick up that window and just shoot anybody out in there. And you can just run around through here. Very nice. And also you can go back the other way, so coming over here you can run back this way. So mobility is super good and very nice. Continuing on to the base, here we can stop this vending machine for a single door early on into the game, and then stop it to a vending machine later, so you can have some easier mobility, but later on I like to put a vending machine for door raid cost. Coming through here, we can go up into our retake area, where we have some very nice little door path, and then up here we have some very nice one-way retake ankle biters into anybody that's in our shell, so we can always retake it very nicely. Hopping up through here, we can actually go to our inners area, where we have some very good inner peaks into your shell. These will cover everything, and we can run around here. We have 3 turrets covering this floor as well. And running around through here, we got everything we are going to need, as well as some amazing Patrica peaks. These work super good early and late game to kill any raiders right outside of your base, and they are overall some great angles. Up here we have 2 hidden boxes to store any of your loot, so we have 6 in total. And they're very nice, and once they get destroyed, the raiders will not be able to loot them. Here we have some very nice more retake angles down into there, and then we can come into our area here, where it's very nice and very good. We have a little 6-box storage area right up here for storing all of your goodies. And then coming down into here, we have some one-way retakes into your shell. In here, we have more retakes over there. Hopping down into here, we have some very good box storages, all like this. And we got 2 vending machines, or just like so. Coming down here, we can come into our starter, where we have 6 barrels down in here, a workbench, 2 furnaces, and all of the loot area you're going to need. Very nice little starter here, giving you everything you're ever going to need in a starter. And then hopping up here, we can go out and go back up to our inners. From our inners here, we're going to want to go into our shooting floor. Coming up through here, we can actually go through our shooting floor by going up through here, but we can seal it off just like so. Sealing this off will make it so if you're being top down, raiders will actually have to raid that, and then you can just demolish it and replace it or whatever you need to do. Hopping up here, we're actually going to go into our shooting floor area. We have some more box storage, beds, and lockers, everything you're going to need. And we have some great angles here with Patrica peaks to the right and the left, and some great broodless peaks going far out of your base and right into any raid bases that may be out there. This shooting floor is very nice and simple, but it gives all the angles you're ever going to need from your Snowball base design. Really quickly, I want to showcase the battery spot because I forgot to in the tour. So it's right here. If you pick up this locker and opening this door in your shooting floor area, you have a locker right here very nicely, and this will survive during the biggest raid ever. Nobody's gonna be breaking that, and it's super safe being up here, and it's absolutely an amazing battery spot. Now coming up here, we can go onto our roof, where we have some very nice angles on our roof as well. Here we have some great downwards, and then coming over here, we have our roof. It's just 3 brutalist peaks covered by 3 auto turrets and your windmills. Very simple design on here, but it gives a very nice angles into anybody outside, and again into any raid bases that may be shooting rockets. Here we have some roof retakes that you can also use to retake anybody on your roof. But that is the read. I hope you guys enjoy. It's a very nice base, great for snowballing. I've used it myself a lot, and with no further ado, let's get into the tutorial of how to build this bad boy. Alrighty, so let's get into the tutorial of how to build the reed now. We're going to start off with our starter. It's a very simple Dorito, just like this. You don't need to build anything more. Just seal this fully in and then cover yourself in with walls, just like this. And then after doing so, come to the area where you would like your TC. And looking at this, you can see a line coming from right here. This would be on the left triangle over here. You can see a line coming from this main thing sticking out there. Which if you come here and you just place your TC with the corner on that line, see that one right there, place your TC on the line right there. You can now go take a furnace and be able to stick it in very easily, just like so. And then we can seal this in the roof right here as well. Coming here, we can place 2 walls just like so, a half wall and a roof just like this, and then we can make a double door swinging outwards like that. At this point, your starter is pretty much sealed in. And now, taking some sort of barrel, the easiest one I've found to do with is the bamboo, but you can do whatever barrels you have. If you don't have barrels, you can just do 3 boxes, 2 on the bottom and then 1 on top. But for this base design, I really recommend buying barrels, as it'll give you way more space. It's still possible without, but it's a lot more aids to live in without. We're gonna place 1 barrel in the back, just like that, 1 right there, then 1 in the corner, like so. After doing that, we can go ahead and place our sleeping bag, snug right there, and then taking our workbench, we can stick it into this corner, right there, and then we can take a furnace, and try and place it back into there. If you can't, let's place the furnace first, then we might be able to get the sleeping bag in there. This can be a bit finicky, you might need to try a few different things, but as we can see, that works just like so. We can now do our frame in a bit, but let's go outside and let's make our jump up into the base right here. And as well as this jump up, it'll be frame going into the starter. This is going to be where your shelves are, so let's upgrade that. And going in here, we can now work on the top shelf of the bamboo thing. It can be a bit more trickier than the floor because you have less air, so that did not work. Let's take it again. Let's just take the barrel, looking at it from diagonally, trying to stick it in the back a bit here. And we can place this one just like so. And then coming over here, we should be able to place this barrel super easily somewhere right here. You might want to practice this a bit, a few times on a building server, but it becomes very easy once you learn how to do it the first time. We can now add a door here and place our G door, and this is pretty much our starter. All of the space we need. We can even go ahead and throw down a small box under the tier 2 just right like that. But that is a starter, very clean and spacious, and gives you everything you need. But now we need to quickly expand out of here. So this is what we are going to do. Coming out of here, we're going to place 3 doorways here and upgrade all this. For early game, I usually like to just do a single door right here, a metal one, and then 2 wooden doors on the outside over here. But for this, we are just going to want to fully put doors all over this, and you can just pick whichever exit you actually want to use. Coming over here, we can wall this in, just like so, and then put 2 things up here and wood this one off because you'll be breaking that later. Coming in here, we can now pick up this double door, roof this off here, and add our garage door coming out. Early on into the game, you can throw down some furnaces here, electric furnaces, boxes, whatever you want to do. I will leave that up to you guys. Coming out of the base now, we're going to want to expand on our shell a bit. So coming here, once you have this done, you can pick this out whenever you want. And picking that out, we can do 2 half walls, two windows coming out here with this just like so. And then we can do this here with a floor, a frame, and a floor just like that to seal it off early game so you don't need any windows. Now you can wall all of this in here. And after doing so, we can now put a doorway right there. The reason we did this thing is so we don't need windows so people can't get through here, but when you can, try and throw down some windows on there as well. Our generator base should be built up a little bit like this, and now we are really going to want to expand on our shell a bit. So going into the base on the server, I'm going to turn on symmetry here and do /center in the chat. It says you need to be standing over the entity, so let's try and go on the roof instead. Do /center in the chat, and now we have 3-sided rotating symmetry for the base. So if we place one thing, it will rotate on the opposite side. Alrighty, now coming out of the starter base, something looking like this, we're going to expand out onto our shell. So coming in here, I have turned on symmetry, so it's going to rotate on all sides just like that. And we can go ahead here and just put floors all around the shell like this, and we can upgrade all of this just like so. Going off these sides, we'll want to put 3 triangles like that, put your doorway, and a wall and a window right there. And do a triangle like that, give me a little shelf, and then put a half wall on the top of it. Wall this off right here, just like so, with your jump up to your next floor right there. And add our doors on there, and come up to the next floor here. And we can do it just like so. And then adding 2 floors coming across here, and you can put a frame there. Over here, we're going to want to put a window over there, and a wall right there. Then you can wall all of this in here with a jump up right there, and then the door path coming out over here, and you can fully G-door all of this off. Coming down over here, we can put a window right here, and then we can take a bamboo shelf just like so. This is very needed actually for this. Bamboo half shelf, we can place it there, and when you get the window, you can place it just like so. Then coming here, let's add 2 triangles, just like this. On the left one, on both of these actually, wall them in. On the left one, make this a broodless ramp going up, and on the right one, we want to do a normal jump up like this. You can put a low wall down there and put whatever you need in here. Let's say some electric furnaces to start smelting all of your ores. And then we can put a low wall right there, then roof this up, just like so. You can put a door there for an easy retake. Something you can do to make this retake a bit nicer is come here with the Dropbox, and you can put this right on top of that. If the server would stop lagging, there we go. Put the Dropbox right on top of that, and now people won't be able to shoot you near as easily. Coming here, we want to wall this off there just like so. Then put your double door area just like this. And we can throw down your double door right on that. So far, this is what we are working with. Our starter ring is moving around just like so. It's working very nicely. Coming into here, we can throw a frame on this. And we can put a bed right in the corner right there with a locker right over here. And you can either throw a G door or a double door right on top of that. That is up to you. Throw some small boxes in here as well if you want to throw some other stuff for your bed kit. Coming over here, we can place 2 boxes coming out like this, and then one in the middle, just like so. If you want, you can throw some more boxes or anything like that, but that is up to you. I usually just leave it like 3 boxes, just like so. Putting a frame here, we're also going to want to take a shotgun strap, make it aiming at you, just like so. Then let's go in this corner and put a auto turret right here, just like that. And we can turn them on using the menu, just like so. Coming through here, this is how our base should be looking, something like this now, with the shell built out quite a bit. Now, coming here, we're going to want to place a frame and a floor, and just like that. Then we want to do 2 roofs right over here, with a floor going through and another window right there. So we can wall that in, basically just like so. Then coming on these, we're going to want to open all of these doors and add roofs on them. So then we can open this up here and put a one-way retake into our ring floor right here. And then coming out here, we're going to do a half wall with a floor and 2 garage doors coming out just like so. Over here, we can either wall or half wall this area in, that is up to you. I prefer to just wall it because that will turn into something later, and you get to save a bit of cost. Now coming from here, we're going to want to place frames coming off of the ear with a half wall on the backside. And we can place a ramp coming through. You might need to make this metal instead. And then you should be able to place a ramp coming through here. Might be a little bit tricky to place, but it is definitely possible. And there we go. We have our ramp coming through, just like so. And we can wall this area in very nicely. Now coming here, we're going to want to place 2 half walls, and then windows on top. And we can take frames from down here and fully wall this in here. And then on these frames we can place some triangle 4 frames and then half wall on top of them, and just like so, giving you some very nice peaks, just like that. Now coming here, we can do on the right one a floor, and then on the left one a triangle. We can do the opposite on the right. Yeah, this is what you want to do. On the right one a triangle, and on the left one a floor. Then you just want to do 2 frames right here. Then turning off symmetry, we're going to do a doorway, a window, and a G-door, and just like so. Then we can fully half wall in this very top area, just like so. And roof all this in here. And then floor everything in over here. Make sure whatever you do not put frames on top of here. And then to seal this up on the very top here, we can just do this very simply, just like so. And put ourselves a G-door, nice like that. Do not seal that off there. But our base should now be looking something like this, very much built up, the shell going up very much, and we can do a few other things with the deployables now. So, let's make sure we have G-doors here, and here, in the base. Let's get our windows out, get some one-way retakes right on there. Same as here. Then over here, let's put down a door, turning off symmetry really quickly, a door with a window, and a G-door, just like so. Coming here, we can do our 6-box loot room, just like this. Placing one right there. I would recommend not doing that because it just increases the chance of you losing your box. Just coming up here, you can try and place this one, but I don't think that was a very good placement, so we are actually going to break that. Let's try and do that again. Can do that for that one. And coming here, we can try and place this last one, but the placement does not seem like it was good enough. But let's just check here. Breaking that. Can we place this last box there? Don't think we can. No, we cannot, sadly. So let's try and just redo it again. I actually have no idea how that broke. That actually just does not make sense. If anything, this one should have broke, but yeah, we can just replace this actually on here. There we go. And then we have 3 boxes on that side, and then we can just replicate it straight onto this side. And there we go. We have our 6-box placement, just like so. very nicely. Sorry for whatever the heck this is being in the vision, but yeah. There you go, 6 boxes just like that. It might take a couple of tries, but overall it is pretty easy and simple to do. And coming out over here, we can nicely place some windows like this. And we can get a furnace and a box out. You're gonna want to place a furnace somewhere right like that, and then your box, taking that out wherever that I put that, right here. Then taking this out, giving you your very nice peaks. Coming over here on the one side, wherever, let's turn on symmetry actually, and redo this. So you can place the furnace right there, and then the box just like so. And then turning off symmetry really quickly, let's go to one of the sides where it doesn't matter too much, so let's say right here. Side is the door, so coming from this door side right here, we can place a salvage shelf just like so, and then place 4 barrels right on there. And then coming up here on each side, we're going to want to place 2 barrels on every single side, just like this. And then same thing over here. Don't forget to add the windows on. As well as the boxes. And then half folding that right there. So you should have all this done, this forward very nicely. And then coming down over into here, right on this, we're going to want to put 2 half walls and 4 this off like this. Then we can take our auto turret and put it right there, and then place a frame here, and we can add a G door on that, just like so. So now we have the entire shell built very nicely. We have our early game roof segment here built up, and overall this base is pretty much finished. We are just going to come up here to our roof and finish up our shooting floor. So coming on our roof, keeping symmetry on, we're going to want to wall this area in, just like so. Turning it off for a brief second though, we can wall this section in. Fully metal this section off, or HQ it, that is actually up to you. And then you can take a battery and put it right here, or you can actually put your TC up here and hide it if you want to and break the one down in your core. That is up to you. I would prefer to just put a battery up here and then make some external TCs. So just place a battery here, do whatever electricity you want to do with it, and then once you are done, put a locker right in front of it, and just like so. Turning back on symmetry, we'll throw down that locker. And then we can form this entire area. Coming over here, we're going to want to add some roofs, just some windows, just like that. And then our broodless ramps coming out, just like so. Coming here, we can do this to add some extra peaks for your side windows, just like so, and make these wood or stone, whatever you want. Just don't make them metal, there's no need for them to be metal. Coming over here, we're going to want to do a half wall and a window. And then we can do a frame just like this. And put some low walls on all of these just like so. We can do the same thing here if we want to. And on this one, you can just do like, do a window there and a half wall. I mean, I made a mistake here in the build tutorial. Just leave it as a window and then do window if you want, but if you are building on a build server, just do half wall and a window just like so. And then you can window this off and just like this. So then we can add this up here with 2 single doors coming out just like so. Half wall in that. Or actually, yeah, do a half wall like this. Boom, boom. Wall all of this in here. And just like so. Coming over here, we can wall this area in here, giving a retake right there. And on this side, let's do a window with a half wall, a wall, and your broodless ramp, just like so. Having all this done, we are basically done with the base tutorial now. So you can upgrade this here. You can put a shotgun shop or something right here if you want. Server zagging a bit, and then you can throw your auto turret snug over there. Add your little single doors, just like so. Coming up here, we can add 2 low walls. Then go out and take some windmills. Craft those bad boys up, and you can place them in just like so. Then on here, you can put 2 more low walls if you want. And then coming down into our bedroom floor, we can throw down some bedrooms in here, some beds in here. And then on here, we can throw down some salvage shelves and put some boxes on those as well. For some more storage. and we can frame this entire area in. That's pretty dumb, so you might want to put yourself after and then do your barrels. But yeah, do that, then you can fill this area, increasing up the G-door path very nicely, and then we can add some windows on your peaks just like so. And that is the entire base design. Very simple, cheap to make, and it's a quick snowball base you can make super fast and efficient. Has all the peaks you're going to need, and I hope this does you well in some online raids. We made everything in here. We've made the basement here with everything you need. With the retakes, your entrance up to the second floor. We got your beautiful starter here, which you can actually switch to vending machines if you do get that. There's some to vending machines just like so. And that is the entire base. Very nicely, very good, and I hope you guys enjoyed this one. A bunch more videos to come. If you like them, don't forget to subscribe and give a like on the video. And if you made it this far, I very much appreciate it, and have a good time.